Hi,
Hi.
I am so excited to interview Clark May. Clark May is a singer, songwriter, producer in the Atlanta area. And like how we start off every episode, we like to ask you, what's the message on your yogi tea?
Yes. I've kept this a surprise. I didn't read this before, so I'm going to read this first time on camera. Accept who you are in this moment, but acknowledge who you want to become. I like
Wow.
that.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of fitting for like like what we're talking about. We're gonna be talking about today. Like, do you like what comes to mind when you read that?
When I'm kind of thinking about where I am as a creative is not where I want to be. I want to have a lot of my time invested in writing and producing, and we got to live, we got to eat. So a lot of my time is going to like my job and things, and so yeah, I'm accepting that and acknowledging that there will be more in the future in terms of creativity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you say that, that also makes me think of like my idea of it as well, because like I'm starting to see my craft as like something of like the community, like like changing, like redefining my idea of like success when it comes to making music and like bringing a frequency, a vibration to my community, to my city and town is so meaningful to me. Like you have an amazing voice and you're a talented performer and you're relentless and and that's so important. So what actually got you started in making music?
Yeah, I think the first time I can remember knowing that you could make music like on a computer was I was maybe 10 or 11 years old, and I went to our local Apple store.
Oh,
And so they had a demo of GarageBand, and they
yeah.
had like a MIDI keyboard, and you could go in and annoy all the employees by just playing any like synth sound, any guitar,
Yeah.
bass sound that you wanted. And so I begged my family to get a Mac. And so we got like my home computer in middle school, like our family computer was a Mac. And so I would just go in and mess around in GarageBand, making little songs. And then I added lyrics to them eventually. I had started just making instrumentals for these cartoons that I was uploading to YouTube.
Yeah.
I needed a soundtrack, and so I was like, well, I'll make it. Then I went in and added lyrics as I got older, like in high school. And then my senior year, I finally released some songs that I
That's
had made.
cool. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you.
Wow, so you started off like producing.
Yeah.
That's your main interest. That's where you got your interest in. Because some people go to Guitar Center and they annoy the workers there and they're blinging on the drum set,
Right.
all day.
Right.
Yours is more electronic. Your beginning was electronic, which is interesting. Your voice is really smooth and well trained.
Thank you.
So when did you start singing? Like when did like you said you started adding that later. So
Right.
were you singing since you were young, or did you get voice lessons growing up? Like how did that come about?
Yeah, I was in my school choir growing up, so like in middle school and elementary school. But then I stopped when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And so I still loved singing. I just didn't have it in my schedule in school
Right.
to keep doing choir. And so then I just wanted to have an outlet for it, and so I made my own songs that way. I grew up loving like Hannah Montana and Victorious, and so
Yes.
I was just very like, well, if these girls can do it, I can do it
Yes,
too.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's interesting because the way how trained your voice is, I would think that you had like special lessons. Like,
Thank
I
you.
thought you were going to say something like that, like beyond school choir, which is cool. So you kind of caught on to that really quickly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, my first songs, I don't love the way I sound on my songs
Yeah.
from high school, but I've had great people along the way, like from the Atlanta music community, different recording engineers. I'll shout out Priska and Corby Bohannon and Savoy, and some vocal coaches I know, Ani Kaizen and Indy Star, all throughout the years have given me little things in my toolbox for me to keep in mind whenever I'm singing. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And do you practice like voice training on a regular basis, or do you not do that?
I do these days. I'm much more regimented about warming up and trying to like increase my range and all that kind of stuff. But I'm also, I don't do this now, but I'm like, I would love to work with a vocal coach and really like do some intense training.
Yeah, I could see you doing that and advancing, because your voice is already trained. So like working with a vocal coach, I feel like would just sharpen up your skills. You know, it's like, you know, you just be upskilling yourself in that way. I
appreciate it. Thanks.
I mean, it's true. It's true. So, I mean, those of you who are listening and watching and have not heard Clark May performance yet, absolutely, definitely look him out. He's on all streaming platforms, music. So we like your song Goldfinches. Yeah. This song is smooth and has a dreamy feeling to it. So what was the inspiration behind it? Like, how did you write it, and you produced it yourself, and did you not? Or okay.
I did vocal production for it, but
Okay.
that one is actually kind of a rare occurrence where I found a beat on YouTube and I was like, this is exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And lyrically, there's not a lot of times where I can pinpoint an exact moment when I wrote a song, but that one, I have this memory when I was in grad school and alone in my apartment. I was playing this electric piano. I had headphones on so I wouldn't annoy my neighbors like I annoyed the Apple Store employees. And so in my headphones, I heard these static voices and I was like, what is this? And so I took off my headphones thinking somebody's outside the door trying to talk to me. Nobody's there. I'm like, that's suspicious. That's weird. I put my headphones back on and then I hear it again. Mm-hmm. And so in that moment when I had no idea what was going on, I just thought like, is somebody out there trying to communicate with me downloading through this piano?
Right.
And then I realized it was just somebody's like Bluetooth or radio interfering with it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it actually was.
Oh, okay.
But in the what if scenario, I changed the entire song I was writing, and I made it this what if scenario if people that I've loved and lost are actually trying to talk to me through this piano. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a cool concept. I wasn't really expecting that response. That's really cool.
Sometimes things just happen to you and you just scrap whatever you're doing to, sometimes these clandestine little moments just kind of grab you like inspiration.
Yeah, definitely. And then you know what, you brought up grad school, so congratulations on that.
Thank
you.
So
what did you go to school for?
My undergrad was in media and film.
Okay.
So that helps me a lot with social media, content creation.
Yeah. And
then my grad degree was in business. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Those are great blends. And I feel like as an artist, a creative singer, songwriter, producer such as yourself, it's so important to have have a business understanding.
Yes.
Even if it's not like a huge expansion, I mean, you should start and learn with something, understanding business is so important because this is a business.
It is.
And you're the product. So
yeah, you got to know how to navigate it and how to advocate for yourself and work out contracts and things like that.
Reading contracts, understanding how to read contracts, and taking the time to do that, and then understanding the right questions to ask and stuff like that, and doing it the right way. So do you have an IPI number? You have
I do.
Okay, yeah. So so that's what you need to have. A lot of times we talk to artists and like not necessarily on our podcast, but like out in the world.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what that is. And I'm like, you can't put your music out there. It's basically your social security, identity on your, so. But
yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's your social security.
For music, yes. So you perform live. So I've personally seen you perform live multiple times. So there's a bar here called Smith's Old Bar. It's a popular bar. It's a famous bar. I believe who was his name?
Are you thinking of like John Mayer?
John Mayer. There's a few celebrities that performed at this bar. David Bowie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. David Bowie performed here, and you performed on one of the stages, and you did a lovely performance with
Thank you.
some other great local artists, performers as well. So how did you land that opportunity?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I've also seen you perform, and you're fantastic.
Thank you.
I got that opportunity through a friend of mine. Her name's Rachna. She's in an a cappella group called The Graduates.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Love y'all. Thank you. And Rachna asked me to open for them.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. So we had been friends at this karaoke bar in town, and just recorded some music together, written together.
Yeah.
And so she knew of my music and had seen me perform, and so she was like, "Come out and perform for us." And so I was like, "Yes, absolutely." It was my first time performing at Smith's, and kind of the artists who I looked up to when I first came in the scene, I had seen a lot of them perform at Smith's, and so it was like a very full circle moment for me to be able to play there. I was like, "Whoa, I'm playing on the Smith's stage!" So. It was so much fun. I got to play with Matthew Tom on strings and vocals, and Riley Schatz guitar and vocals.
Yes,
and so, yeah,
yes,
great
both
time.
amazing artists.
Yes, shout out.
Yeah, they're great. Yes, yes. So that's so awesome.
Thanks. We'll see you up there. I want to see it.
I hope so. I will be so honored. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So that's So they have. I think Smith's Old Bar has 3 stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Maybe 3.
Or
at least 2.
Oh, 2 stages. Okay.
Yeah, they have a downstairs one. I think it's called the Atlanta room, and then an upstairs one called the music room. And so that one has like a bar. Well, I guess maybe they both have a bar in it.
Yeah, I've performed on the first stage.
Nice.
Bar, yes, a few times. So
great.
Yeah, the other stage is like, that's like the special stage.
Yeah, the Graduates got the music room. I was like, "Go, y'all!" You got the upstairs stage.
And then I also wanted to add to what you're saying too. You mentioned something important, is that you met you created this opportunity. You was able to have this opportunity through networking, basically. Community and relationships. So. Going out and putting yourself out there, being open and friendly and nice, and just, making new friends. That's really what it's all about. Like, it's nothing malicious, like, nothing like, I need to get to you so that I can get here. It's more so like, let's come together and be friends. Like, you either vibe with people or you don't vibe with people. And then the people you vibe with, they're always going to like look out for you. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even people I don't vibe with, I'm still going to look out for them.
Exactly. Like, I don't have any, like, I mean, no one's expecting to have enemies, but I don't have any enemies in the industry because I respect everybody. Because I'm like, this is some hard work. Like we may not be like best friends, but I want you to win. Like, cause I'm like, yo, that's so cool. Like, you made it. Like, I seen this person like here and they're there. Like, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, cause this is not easy. You're putting yourself out there all the time, and it's trial and error, and you're watching yourself grow. So it's definitely an experience.
But with the community, it's a lot easier.
It is, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely fun. There's a book called The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and they talk about there's players, there's watchers, and there are people that are like oblivious.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, I like to think that I'm a player. Like, I'm out there playing. I'm not just watching on the screen and like, oh, I wish, oh, I could never. I'm actually trying. So that's important, is trying.
You're taking action.
You're taking action.
Owning your life and your career.
Yes, absolutely. So what performance advice do you have for artists that will engage the audience? Like, when you're on stage, I noticed that you engage with the audience. Like, you have a way of like, moving and connecting. So if someone who never experienced that yet, what advice do you have?
Thank you
Yeah.
for saying that. I would say keep in mind that during your show, the crowd is the star.
Yeah.
You're not really the star. You're there to make them have fun.
Mm-hmm.
If you have fun, that's a bonus. But really, I think the goal is to give the crowd a great time and something that they'll remember. So if you have that in mind, everything else is going to follow. You're going to rehearse more. You're going to practice better. You're going to play songs that kind of engage the crowd. Maybe it's like a call and response thing. You might teach the crowd a part of the song so that they can sing it with you. You might shout out to an artist in town. Her name's Emma Rose Holmes. And I was really inspired by her at one of her shows. She gave everyone in the crowd something physical. She gave them a rose
That's really
to
awesome.
take home with them, to
Yeah.
like thank them for coming to the show.
Yeah.
And so in my own way, I incorporated that. There was a song that I played with a guitar solo.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got on Amazon and I ordered these inflatable guitars. And so I kind of throw them out to the crowd when the solo starts. And then the
That's
crowd's
cool.
able to like mime the solo along with me. So that's always so fun.
Yeah, that's
watch
cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that you said give.
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like that is what it's all about, is giving, you know? So, and there's a frequency that's created in the space of music that's not spoken of. It's not religious, it's not like spiritual, it's just something that exists. Like
Right.
when there's a jam going on,
Mm-hmm.
and you connect, like the music is linked up, you guys are all locked in and connect. That's like, it's such a great moment. Then the audience is a part of it. Like it's just an experience, you know, that's not spoken of. And I feel like that's something that's like, that itself is something that's of giving, you know, just giving of yourself.
And on the flip side, there's also the frequency that I feel like you can hear or tell from a mile away if an artist is performing like selfishly. I feel like I've been in crowds where I've seen artists who it's very clear that this is all for them.
Yeah.
And then you kind of leave there thinking, well, I guess I had fun, versus
Yeah.
you want the people who come to your show to think that was the best thing ever. And then they follow you and come back for another show because they don't want to miss it. So
That's true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true. Yeah. Yeah. So you have a song called Frame by Frame.
Yes.
And I like the music video with
Thanks.
this. Yeah, it's really creative. It's creatively written and filmed. So can you tell us a bit about the process of this?
For sure. Frame by Frame was one where I actually worked remotely on it. And so there was a producer out in London. His name's Mario Simonovsky. And we had taken this music production course online together. And so we were just fans of the like submissions that we posted in the like school forum. And he DM'd me and he said, hey, I have this track, I have this song. There's no lyrics, there's no melody, it's just the instrumental. Do you want to write to it? And so I said, yes, absolutely. And it was a really cool song. And lyrically, I was inspired by a breakup that I had gone through around the same time. I was getting over it frame by frame.
Yes.
He was not.
Okay.
He was moving on very quickly. And so
That's tough.
yeah, but it made a great song out of it.
Yeah.
Made some great art.
Yeah.
And so the video, like you were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
You might have seen in there, there's like a TV with
Yes.
the lyrics in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so funny enough, the TV actually was not displaying the lyrics when I recorded it. I had like a green piece of paper taped over it. And then in post-production and editing, I did like a green screen.
Wow, that's really
and swapped
creative.
out.
That's
Thank
really,
you.
Wow. Wow, if you are someone in the film industry and
Hey, reach
You
out.
also- yeah, right. Reach out.
Reach out.
to
We'll
talk
do
to me.
some
That's,
videos.
because that I'm gonna link all your videos and all your stuff below, so you
Thanks.
guys can look at his
Check it out.
portfolio.
Check it
yeah.
out.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. So, with all of your experience that you've had thus far up to this point, and what ways have you grown? Do you feel like you've grown through your art? Do you feel like you've grown like within your character? Like what ways have you like in the pursuit of your development of your craft, like how has Clark May become or is becoming?
Yes. That is a great question. I think a lot of it is around confidence. When I started, I didn't even tell my parents that I made music. I didn't play my music for anybody until I felt like I liked my own voice enough to be able to play it for people.
Yeah.
And so I think now I've just practiced so much, and I just have such an kind of like a catalog of experiences that tell me like I got this.
Yeah.
Versus not having those experiences when I first started out and being a little more shaky when I'm performing.
Right.
Or just around my confidence. And
Yeah.
so looking back, I would just tell my younger self, like, it gets better. You can come out of your shell. And I think that's how I've grown the most.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. And I can relate to that. Confidence through your music. Because, like, first you're like, you know, when you're an adolescent, we're all a little insecure, you know. But then as you continue to grow and you continue to pursue and you're developing, you're watching your growth, and you're like, you know, I'm actually the shit, you know.
Yes. Yes.
You know, so it's like, I feel like just putting yourself out there, putting yourself on stage, and just like, you know, doing the business of it, and just, you know, just growing in the craft. I feel like that helps you develop your character in many different ways. And I think confidence is one of the special gifts that you are, that you have through the pursuit of it, versus if you had not gone through it. I'm not saying you wouldn't be confident, but it's like a different type. It's like a different level, you know?
Yes.
Because stage fright is definitely a thing. So
yeah. And I still get it sometimes.
Yeah.
But I just am able to kind of tell myself these days, okay, you've been able to perform X, Y, and Z times and not like the world didn't end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm curious for you, are you able to like go back and watch performances now and like not like shy away from watching your own like videos back?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's funny you said that, because I was looking at a video that performance that we did, Infinite and I, back in 2021, and I was looking at my performance. I was like, wow, like this is not that great, actually. Like, I mean, the instrumentation, was great, but I'm like, I was moving around way too much. Like, calm down, girl. Like, you know, like I feel
running out of breath.
Yes, maybe. Like I feel like now I feel like I'm more intentional with my movements. So that's great, you know, and just developing Third Eye Evo. This is interviews about you, but
No.
but since you asked,
Yes,
but developing Third Eye, because before that was just Third Eye. So I had to come into that, like, what does it mean to be? What is the evolution? And am I standing by the evolution? Am I living up to this? Am I, you know, what is this? So like, that was a whole journey for me. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that about the name change and like evolving. I love that ethos. Yes.
Yes. So bring it back to you. What is your creative process when working on new projects?
Usually I start out just writing lyrics and melody together. Some artists can write just lyrics and then write a melody afterward, or write just melody and do gibberish and come back to the lyrics later. That's not my favorite way to work.
Right.
I'm like, I have to have both of them come kind of download at the same time. And so a lot of times I'll either have a concept in mind. If there's, for instance, there's an EP that I'm working on that has kind of like an old Hollywood cinema theme to it.
Yeah.
And so I'll think of some titles maybe that I want to write to, like Starstruck, or maybe it's like a story, like I want to write a James Bond kind of song. And so I'll just kind of sit with it and let whatever comes come.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a little voice note in my phone of the idea that I come up with. Usually it's just, I don't know how this comes for you. Usually it's just a first verse and a chorus.
Yeah.
And then I have to come back for verse 2 and bridge later.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me just get a little sneak peek. Like, let me make the trailer.
Yeah.
And then I'll make the whole movie another day.
That's interesting that you're explaining it like that, because when you say that, I'm thinking of like like actual films. Like, have you ever thought of entering, or have you ever entered any of your songs for like a film, like a film festival or a local film? Like, Atlanta is known for their movies and stuff. Have you ever done that?
I haven't for film festivals, although you saying that, I'm going to definitely take that with me after
You
this.
should absolutely do that. Yeah, yeah, because your songs have the quality to, well, I think so.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because it's well produced and it's well done. So I feel like it can work for a track for someone, like someone could listen to it and be like, okay, this is good for the scene. Like, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I haven't done film festival work or like worked directly with directors, I have been really lucky to be able to pitch some of my songs for like sync licensing. So
what is that? I don't know what that is.
sync licensing is basically the process of how you get a song into a movie or TV show.
Oh, okay.
Think of it like if there's a party scene, if it's like the teenager house party scene, and they need a song that's like royalty free, that's not out yet, that they can have the rights to, and they ask artists, they'll send them out like basically like a description of the project, and then if your song gets selected, then they'll give you royalties whenever the song plays in the project. But I had pitched one. It didn't make it, but I was able to release it later, so no harm, no foul.
And I think it's Brian Tracy. He's you know Brian Tracy, So Brian Tracy, he talks of the law of averages. So like and I got into this more so when I was into sales, and like you have to put out lots, like pitching yourself to like 100 times, like a lot of times. It's not going to happen like one time, and I think that's something that we have to understand too, because like we're so sensitive and so you know, it's our work is personal to us, you know. So like, you know, if you don't like it, all right, cool, whatever, I like it, so you know what I mean. So like, but like putting it out there, because like over and over again to multiple people, and then like putting more music out and putting more music out, and just keep pushing it out, and then keep showcasing and putting in front of people. I think that's like part of the work cycle of it too.
Right.
Yeah, to get noticed.
Yeah,
eventually.
it was never. I think it was maybe misguided to think it was going to happen in one try.
Yeah.
I'll have to try a bunch more times.
I believe that. I could see your music. I could see it being in like a film or something like that.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yes. So, what advice do you have for new performers who have not created as much as you? This is kind of a broad question, I know. That's
fine. Yeah, for people who haven't.
I mean, people who are singers, songwriters, who may need. This is kind of playing on the performance aspect of it, but I don't know, like in terms of like networking and like putting themselves out, like do you just have any general advice for people who are just like starting off in their journey? Like maybe someone who's like 18 years old, or like, you know, in high school or something like that.
18 was when I started.
Yeah.
And so I'm almost 25 now. And so I would say if you're just starting out, don't feel bad or compare yourself to people who have been doing this for 10 years. You know, if you don't have 3 albums and a bunch of singles and collaborations, like that's fine. You are where you are.
Yeah.
But just know that discipline and time or consistency over time is going to get you where you want to go. And as long as you push yourself and really apply yourself, then you'll get wherever you want to get. And community can help you get there, can help accelerate that process, I find. Like my community helps keep me accountable to actually releasing my songs, to working with me on parts of the process that are harder for me. And so, I think that's what I would say. Find your community and don't compare yourself.
That's great advice. Mm-hmm. That's great advice. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. So you, at this point in your career, what are your biggest motivations as an artist? Like what motivates you every day?
Ooh, I would say just the feeling of having the people that listen to my music not be alone in whatever experience that they're going through. Growing up as a closeted kid and trying to find artists who spoke to like my experience was very few and far between. Yes, it was like 2015 and and gay marriage was like just legalized, and so artists were coming out and songs were coming out, but I think there's so much more of it now, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And so I just want to like add my voice to that choir of people telling the young queer kids out there that you're not alone and things do get infinitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you for sharing that too. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. There's songs that I have coming down the pipeline. Stay tuned. Follow me if you want to hear those. And so I'm really excited for those to come out. And
that actually ties to my next question. I was going to ask you, do you have any upcoming projects or anything like that? So.
I do. So speaking of that, there's a song called XP. It's like the two-letter abbreviation for experience in video games. And so it's kind of about my experience as a closeted kid in high school. So
cool.
Yeah.
So are you gonna? So is this like an album project?
A single.
It's a single. Okay, that's cool.
It's a song I have coming out very soon. I'm trying for Pride Month. If this comes out in June, happy Pride, everybody. But I don't have a date yet. But it's coming.
Yeah, hopefully it comes out in June because that'd be right on time.
Right.
Absolutely right on time. I wanna because I'm thinking, okay, I would like to hear more of this, but do you want to talk more about do you have a music video coming out with it, or is it
I don't.
Okay,
if anybody
okay.
wants to make a music video with me, hit me
okay.
up.
Okay.
So
okay.
And then besides that single, I'm gonna have a couple other singles come out.
Okay.
And then an EP, like the old Hollywood theme one that I was talking
Okay,
about.
nice.
And so some singles coming this year, EP maybe next year. We'll see. It's still in the works, but I'm very excited for it to come out and for people to hear it. So yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm at clark.music, Spotify, Clark May, all the places.
Yes, and we are excited to for all your music to come out and to watch your journey. And I am happy to know you and to be a part of your journey. And we're so happy to have you here as a guest. So again, if you all would like to listen to Clark May's music, we will have all of his music linked below. And thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
This was great. And great to know you. Loved getting to know you through Freeside. And
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. And thank you for all the advice you gave everyone. But until next time, friends, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.